Oh, this is exciting. We got a tremendous show for you today. I promise you it'll be worth the wait. Promise you it'll be worth the wait. Yeah, it's a little late today. Man, but this is free. It's free game, man. You get what you pay for. It's gonna be dope, but it's a little late. I was doing some cool shit today. And it calls me. I was gonna be on time, but I wasn't. Whatever. Let's start the show. Let's go. You know what it is, man. This is the only podcast I'm aware of on the whole internet, the whole World Wide Web, information superhighway. This is the only one that's focused on helping you build your money, your muscle, and your mindset. That's the Victory Talk. Congratulations for showing up. The mere fact that you are here means you ain't a bitch, or at least you don't want to be a bitch anymore. No matter what the case is, this podcast is for you, man. So we're super excited to have you here. A lot of times when I start this, like the fucking dummies, I'm like, is this live? All right, man. Yo, bro, it is fucking October 19th. 7. You see her right there? You gonna see that? October 19th. 7:18. It's live, homie. Fuck you mean? Fuck you mean? You think I'm out here bullshitting? All right. Like to start the pods off with a story and then try to help you extract a lesson from it that you can use to help build your money, muscle, and mindset. So I want to tell you about the first time I met Kanye West. This is a true story, I swear to God. So I used to work security guard at the Prada store at one point, Prada store in Soho. And me and the homie white boy Brian was both working there. And they had one of us in the front, one of us in the back, and we would switch every 2 hours, pause. I don't know why, but I feel like I should say pause in there for something. Anyway, but every 2 hours we would change positions, pause. I don't know what else. I don't know how to say it without it sounding fruity. But he would go to the back, pause, and and I'd go to the front. But anyway, I'm in the back, pause of the store, and guarding that, pretending to keep it secure and pretending to guard shit. Truth is, they could have stole whatever they wanted. I wouldn't have did or said shit. I wouldn't have did nothing. But anyway, I'm down there pretending to keep shit secure, pretending to guard shit. And I see this like little fella guy walk through me, start pulling up with two big ass motherfuckers. And he's like, man, that guy's kind of tiny. And these other guys are kind of big. And then as he approaches, I'm like, holy shit, that's Kanye West. And, around this time, I think Stronger was about to come out. So I think we're talking about the Late Registration album, or like that was about to drop. Whenever the Yeezys first dropped or was about to drop, like around that time, like maybe between between Late Registration and the Dropout. That's when it was. It was somewhere in between there, like closer to, not between Late Registration and Graduation, right? That's peak Kanye West, when he wasn't as crazy. It was like cool crazy, like George Bush doesn't care about black people crazy. Not like the other kind of crazy he'd been on. Anyway, he pulls up, he comes in. And at the time, man, you know what I'm saying? Now you got to remember, I'm from Chicago. It's like I'm really from Chicago. Like born and raised there. Kanye West was born in Atlanta. He just lived in Chicago for a long time. So we don't claim him as hard. We got he's not one of our legends, after all that crazy shit. Our legends are like R. Kelly. Oh, fuck. Okay, never mind. Kanye West is from Chicago. Anyway, so he pulls up and he walks through, and I'm trying to stay cool. You're supposed to stay cool when you meet celebrities, man. You're supposed to you want to stay cool, especially they come in a nice place. They don't want no, they think a place like the Prada store, they coming through the back, they want to keep a low profile. But I go, oh shit, nigga, you Kanye West. And I'm like, yo, what up, man? What's going on? And then he's like, all right, man. And I'm like, yo, man, I'm from Chicago, nigga, Southside, blah, blah, with the keyboard, blah, blah. 47th Street, nigga, Cottage Grove. You know what it is? I start flipping out. And then, here's the thing, man. Kanye West, I want you to keep this in mind. Kanye West told me, hey, man, just calm down. Take it easy. Imagine how fucking crazy you got to be for Kanye West to tell you, hey, man, chill out, man. You doing too much. You got to be a crazy motherfucker, man. And then then I calm the fuck down. And then he proceeds to shop and and he starts I think he made some purchases and shit. And that's like a misnomer. People say, a lot of times people will tell me, no, never mind. And he went and shopped. He bought a lot of stuff and then he left and everything. Here's the moral of the story. A few weeks ago, I had a video. I talked on a podcast, and then my team clipped it up and put it on, TikTok and all the other shits. And I was talking about, yo, man, rich people do be wearing expensive shit, shopping, like all those memes, like rich people wear like this, dress like bums, and only poor people wear designer clothes. No. Kanye West was in the fucking Prada store shopping. And I say that because a lot of these motherfuckers, they tell me shit like, oh, celebrities get the clothes for free. And I'm like, no, he made purchases. In fact, he was a fucking frequent client. That was only the first time he came in the store. And New York has the highest numbers of billionaires on earth and of any city. And I would see some of them come in the Prada store and buy shit. You know what I'm saying? I worked in that motherfucker for almost 2 years. And the point is not that, some rich people like to flex and wear expensive shit. That's not the point. The point is, all these rules that people tell you, man, all these rules, all these things you have to do, or things have to be like this, or rich people have to do this, or poor people have to do this. All of that shit is bullshit. 100% of that shit is bullshit. I hear motherfuckers saying, you got to make your bed if you be successful. I'm like, hey, babe, when the last time you seen me make a bed? Never. See, hear that? Never. How long you know me?
I think it's going on like 4 years now.
4 years. How many times you seen me make a bed? Never. And I'm super rich, man. Fuck all that make a bed shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it doesn't help some people, but you don't want to have these fucking rules. Oh man, only rich people dress like this. Motherfucker, I will not make my bed, dress like a fucking SoundCloud rapper, and still make a bunch of money. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like all these fucking rules. Oh man, you got to do a cold plunge in the morning and visualize and do all this other shit, man. Nah, man. Like you ain't got to do none of that shit. All these rules are bullshit. Ain't no fucking rules, nigga. Sorry. Only some of y'all black. My fault, man. Y'all like family to me, and that's how I would talk to my family, man. I'm like, I'd be like, hey, man, hey, nigga, give me the mashed potatoes, like if it was Thanksgiving or some shit. Hey, nigga, give me that gravy. Then my mom gives me the gravy, and y'all like family to me, and so I slipped up a little bit, but yeah, man. And I'm gonna give you a bunch of shit that I feel. I'm gonna give you a bunch of advice today, man. But they ain't rules, fam. They ain't rules. That bullshit. How you do everything is how you do anything. Motherfucking bullshit, homie. Because I do all sorts of shit bad, and I'm still a multi-millionaire with a big titty girlfriend. That's all we really want, right? That's all. That's why we're here. When I say here, I mean Earth. Get you a big titty girlfriend and millions of dollars. Everything else kind of falls into place. Am I right? You know what I'm saying? And I did that without making a bed. Jagging off all the time. Breaking all these fucking dumbass rules. And sometimes these rules make you soft. That's another thing. These rules can make you soft. Like if you have, so I got a friend, man, and he got real into biohacking. And I do biohacking shit too, right? To optimize myself. You know what I'm saying? But to optimize myself, right? But I'm not ritualistic about it. Like I'm not superstitious about the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, now I got a friend, man, I can't drink regular water, man. It's just I've been drinking this fucking spring water so much, man. I can't drink. Hey, look here, bitch. Yeah, I'd be drinking water out the fucking can from the spring and shit. But I'll drink water out the sink too. I don't give a fuck because I'm an invincible black god. And I believe that. Like, you know, it's not because now he's weaker than me. Who's weaker? Who's stronger? The person who can drink any type of water or the motherfucker who needs special water from the mountains that's been bottled up in the rainforest? Who's more fragile and who's stronger? You know what I'm saying? Fuck all that dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, if I don't get 8 hours of sleep, I'm nothing. Motherfucker, I'll stay up all night. Yo, there's been times, there's no bullshit. I stayed up all night. The night before I had to do a speech all day. It was we went to London, right? We went to London and we had this big event. We spent a lot of money on it. And you would think, hey man, you better get a good sleep for the night, man. I was like, and somebody said that to me. I said, fuck you say to me, ho? You better get a good sleep tonight, man. You don't want to be tired. Motherfucker, I will not sleep all night. Show up and kill that shit. And that's what I did. Now, I'm a psycho. I'm just saying all these fucking rules make you weak. If you have rules, like you can do whatever you want to optimize shit, but try your best not to be fragile with the shit, man. I'll drink some tap water, jag off 30 times. My bed's made, I'll fuck it up just cuz. And still win. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all that shit, all them rules motherfuckers are telling you about. That's the key takeaway. All right. We're gonna get into some learning. The more you learn, the more you sperm, or whatever Ty Lopez was talking about back in the day. You know what I'm saying? But before we get into that, we have to have a message from our sponsor. Now, this is fun. We got a sponsor this episode, Nima. Did you know that?
I can't believe that's amazing.
This episode we got a sponsor.
Yep.
And this episode sponsor, this is episode 59 of the podcast. Shout out to us. We've been doing this shit. And we got a sponsor. The sponsor is Thot Repellent. Right. So you might be like, hey, what's Thot Repellent? I've never heard you talk about it before. I know I try not to talk about it too much, but Thot Repellent is a product we've been developing. Right? Is it easy to apply spray that will keep what? The thoughts away. It will repel the thoughts. Now, here's the thing. You may be thinking, why would I want to repel the thoughts? I want more thoughts. That's why I'm here. Because you a loser. If you was a real G, you know what I'm saying? The thoughts would be fucking hunting you down. They would be hunting you down, man. They would be trying to put their mouth on you like as if your demon, your semen had the cure, right? That's how, if you're a real baller, it's like thoughts think that your semen got the cure to like some sort of disease or some shit, right? And they trying to suck it out of you. That's what it feels like. And the problem with that is you might be thinking that sounds great until you realize that's going to take up a lot of time and it's going to fuck up your life. Bitches will fuck your whole shit up, man. We seen it happen. We seen guys fall off because of a girl. You know what I'm saying? Or like we seen guys, it's in the Bible. You know, we've talked about this before. The book of Genesis, everything was going great. Bitch started talking to a snake. She get all in Adam's ear. Adam, the first simp, obviously. He started eat the apple. Now everything's fucked up. We got fucking wars in the Middle East now. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't no wars before that bitch got Adam to eat the apple. It wasn't no wars before Adam started simping. Am I right? Am I right or wrong? No wars in the book of Genesis pre-apple eating. That's a bitch's fault, man. If Adam would have had Thot Repellent, he'd have been able to stay on his grind and serve the Lord. And that's what you need to do, man. Bitches will fuck your whole shit up. You see it. We're going to talk about it a little bit here, but you see bitches be driving niggas crazy. Sorry, I'm tripping today. Bitches be driving guys crazy, man. Look at Logan Paul. He was cool, man. He was out here losing boxing fights, but making a lot of money. And he was like, getting that internet money, moving to Puerto Rico to evade, save on taxes. You know what I'm saying? And then he got some girl got him looking crazy, man. Had he had the Thot Repellent, we wouldn't even know his girlfriend was a whore. Am I right? You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't even know. Look at Adam 22, man. He was doing really good, man. Having good business. Next thing you know, man, he letting dudes fuck his girl, man. Like paying him to fuck his girl. It's weird shit, man. Weird shit going on. Look at Will Smith, man. Will Smith, Big Willie. Will Smith, man. The fresh Prince. Look at him, man. He got this bald-headed thought fucking this whole shit up. This bitch fucked her son's friend. And then was saying that entanglement shit, you know what I'm saying? All that shit. I stopped watching Will Smith movies, man. Last one I saw was Bad Boys 3. Then that whole entanglement shit was going like, nope. I don't want that kind of negativity in my life, man. then he's slapping Chris Rock at the Oscar. Shit going crazy. Had these motherfuckers had Thot Repellent, they wouldn't have to worry about it. Because here's the problem. You really start balling and shot calling, and all these bitches start fucking coming to you, and they fuck up your life. All these women are fucking mental terrorists. So if you got a whole harem of chicks, man, it's a bunch of, really, you got a terrorist cell. It's like having a terrorist cell. You know what I'm saying? That's why you need Thot Repellent. So all your super chats go to research and development of Thot Repellent. All right. We've been really working on this hard, and we've got it so it'll keep about 18 thoughts away for 24 hours, but we need to improve that, right? 18 is not enough. What if it's spring break? Then what are you going to do? It's going to be more than 18 thoughts. You need to keep them away. Now, and also, the research and development costs a lot of money, mainly because we've had a lot of deaths in the subjects. Like, I can't tell you how many people die. That's why we can't do it in America. There's laws against the kind of shit here. It goes overseas where it's like, the laws are less stricter. Like, where that's why those chicks go to get the BBLs over there. You know what I'm saying? Because you can die doing a BBL over there and like nobody goes to prison. That shit happened in America, man. You all doctors getting their fucking license taken away. Kanye West, mom's doctor is still probably did some BBLs today. You know what I'm saying? Because he did it overseas, right? So that's what we're doing. But just because we're trying to get the casualties down, and that's where your super chats are gonna go through, right? The prototype should be available hopefully by the end of the year. With your help, we need your help because listen, every day another baller falls victim to thoughts. Logan Paul, Adam 22, Will Smith. The list goes on and on, right? Next one could be you. That's why we want to protect you, brother. Now, so far there are some side effects. Side effects include, but are not limited to, rapid eyelash growth, baby squirrel breath, itchy nipples, magnetic belly button, flavorful tears, auto-tune moans, orgasmic snorting, Anderson Cooper hair, tiny finger syndrome, echoing burps, sneeze dancing, inception ejaculation, Bluetooth connectivity, nasal urination, red pill rage, British teeth, negative affirmations, accordion manhood, kamikaze vomit, and Puerto Rican offspring. We're really trying to get the side effects down to some sort of manageable level, and that's where your super chats come in. So you can help. You can help. Let's get into it. We got a lot to talk about today. Hey, before we get into it, man, we want to address there's some heroes, goddamn heroes, who have put some super chats in already. I think they need to be recognized. What is super chats? And I think there's a few of them already.
We do. We got Young Wolf World. Will you mentor me for $20?
Oh man, well thank you, young buck. Young man, we doing it now, man. That's why you got to join the Victory Unit, the Discord. That's in there, man. We all in there mentoring each other, brother. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole team. So in the Discord, the Victory Unit Discord, I really do got free courses in there to help you accomplish your goals. Free courses on different things, and we're going to keep adding like free courses as we go on. We put together one called Baller Mindset. All of y'all should fuck with Baller Mindset. If you have already started to go through Baller Mindset, or you went through Baller Mindset, let the rest of the congregation know in the chat. Tell them how dope the shit is, man. So because it's one thing for me to say my shit is dope, but it's like, you know, everybody thinks the kids are smart and their farts don't stink that bad, right? But if y'all tell them, they'll believe it more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but join that Discord, man, and start with the Baller Mindset, man. Because until you went through that, man, you ain't ready for me to mentor you, man. You know what I'm saying? And I think there's another super chat.
Jesus. Well, Young Wolf World did give 60.
All right, shout out to Young Wolf.
One more 20 for that Thot Repellent don't work.
Oh, come on, man. We listen, bro. We working on that, Young Wolf. Shout out to you. Shout out to you.
We have P. Willie.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus de Gimnasio.
Yeah. Hey, see, a lot of people call me Gymnasium Jesus or Gimnasio Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Gimnasio Jesus, porque el jefe de ejercicio para abdominales. You know, that's what they call me. And, you know, Washington Heights, Dykeman, you know what I'm saying? What's up? What they
We have Look at Me, I'm Black Superman.
Okay.
King Carter, your content has added massive value to my life. I gotta pay homage.
Hey, come on, man. Shout out to you, brother. Listen, I believe you. Oh, wait a minute. There's some people talking about that baller mindset.
We got Journey to Wealth, Baller Mindset, best thing since sliced.
Mute my mic.
Jerry got in.
Yeah, you
Check
read
that there. Adam, it's a G program, bruv.
I'm good.
We got Greg. Baller Mindset is the best course I've ever gone through.
Come on, man. Y'all need to fuck with it. Links in the description. And it's free. Like ain't no upsells. Ain't nothing you could buy there. It's free. In fact, guess what? It costs me money to make. It actually is not free. It costs me money to make. And it costs you nothing. It ain't free. There's just no charge. All right. We got a lot to talk about today. No, you know what? I want to share some habits with y'all, man. Some habits. Well, I want to talk about habits, productivity habits, and self-improvement habits in this segment we call Habits of a Winner. Right, all right. Yeah. So in this video, I want to rank all of the best productivity hacks and self-improvement habits that I've experienced, the best ones and the worst ones. I'm only going to talk about ones that I've tried on for size. And I'm going to tell you I'm going to give you my ranking system, right? Of either it's yeah, you can show the screen. It's either it's BS, it's okay, that's good, or yo, that shit is baller, or that shit is balling out of control. Right? We're going to rank all the productivity hacks. And this is important because, you know, a lot of people want to be more productive. They want to develop some good habits to improve themselves. And there's a lot of information out here and a lot of misinformation out here, and it can be overwhelming. So I want to put it in order for you guys, from most important to least important to fucking bullshit. Now, here's the thing. Just because it worked for me or something doesn't work for me doesn't mean it won't work for you. It just probably will work for you, because I've coached literally thousands of people over the last few years, both in fitness and in business. I've helped tons of people build successful careers starting with nothing. And I came from nothing and built a multi 8-figure business, I've came from nothing and built multi 8-figure businesses. And, you know, if someone like me who's done it for himself and helped other people do it, you can take what I say as, you know, it's probably not bullshit. It's not like just some asshole talking to a camera. It's an accomplished asshole talking to a camera. So let's get into it. All right. So we got these lists, and hopefully I can remember what these icons mean. If I can't, then we're going to forget about them. So let's start with NoFap. So NoFap, this is, you know, guys who are on the internet and they say, man, if you don't jag off, if you don't masturbate ever, then you'll be like a superhuman. If you listen to these motherfuckers, they'll lead you to believe that you stop jagging. As soon as you stop jagging off, you'll start levitating, maybe walking through walls. You'll be able to read people's minds. You'll be super productive. You have so much energy. And I want to tell you that is bullshit. I built a bunch of super successful companies, made millions and millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars, while jagging off as much as I want. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just bullshit, man. It's bullshit. And some people will tell you that if you refrain from masturbating, then you'll be better with girls, because you'll want them more. The desire will be more. Let me tell you, that's not a good thing, dummy. Right? What you really want to do is to not focus on girls and focus on your goals. Because if you focus on your goals, you'll get the girls. You don't have to worry about them, right? These motherfuckers say, I want to stop jacking off so I can chase girls better. Like, sometimes that's the premise. The fuck are you chasing girls for? Listen, the American poet, Curtis Jackson, also known as 50 Cent, he has a song called Rider Music off his sophomore album, The Massacre. And at I think it's minute 230 of that Rider Music, 50 Cent says two of the most powerful sentences I ever heard. He says, you hustling backwards if you chasing a bitch. Stupid. Chase the money. They come with this shit. And when I heard that, I was like, yeah. Why you guys? Why the fuck you guys chasing girls? Chase success, chase victory, right? So I got one friend, and he's like super into like NoFap, none of that shit. He don't never masturbate. He prides himself on he never masturbates, and he's a successful guy, right? And he says it makes him better with women. And you know, by the time he hit like 100 girls, he like He was super excited. And I was just like, bro, that's an empty victory. That fucking means nothing, bro. That's borderline retarded. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is that going to do for you? It's just a bunch of funny stories. If you would have spent, now he is a successful guy, but had he took all that energy, imagine how many girls you got to talk to fuck 100. Had he fucking just jagged off and went to work, he'd be way more successful. I believe that, man. No fap is bullshit. Oh, and another thing. Even if you got a girlfriend, she's probably not as horny as you, because judging from the demographics of my YouTube channel, you are young guys, and young guys might be the horniest beings on earth. You know what I'm saying? Young men, you're peak testosterone and you're young. You got to remember, the average woman has only 10% of the testosterone that a man has. 10%. So the horniest she's ever been is just a regular day for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. So even if you got a girlfriend, listen, man, her vagina probably couldn't even handle having sex with you as much as you want to have sex. If you black. Some of y'all might not have that problem, but here's the vaginas be getting sore and shit, man. They can't even like vaginas be getting sore. If you have sex with these women too much, man, the vaginas get sore. No, you probably can't. That's why profab. You never, check this out. You all know this, man. You've all been there. That moment of clarity, they call it post-nut clarity. It's like waking up from a dream, man. Like some of the shit you was thinking about before that nut, you was like, oh shit. I can't believe I was thinking that. Masturbate more frequently, you're gonna have that clarity more frequently. No, seriously, think about it. Like that scene in The Wolf of Wall Street when he was like, how many times you masturbate a week? He was like 3. He said, no, those rookie numbers in this racket, you got to pump those numbers up. I masturbate 4, 5, 6 times a day. And I was like, yeah, that's real shit, man. No fap is bullshit. All right. Let's talk about making your bed. Let's talk about making your bed. A lot of people will say, man, if you got to make your bed, man, how you do everything is how you do anything. Right. And how you do everything is how you do everything. I will lump into this make your bed category, right? Because people will erroneously tell you that if you make your bed, you'll be more focused for everything because, you know, how you do anything is how you do everything. That is bullshit. Again, my girlfriend will tell you, she's known me for 4 years. She has never seen me make a bed. And in those 4 years, she's seen me make tens of millions of dollars, right? And it's not just making your bed. It's that whole concept of how you do anything is how you do everything. I'm telling you, man, that's fucking bullshit. I know a lot of super successful people who suck at a lot of things. But the one thing they're good at, or the few things they're good at, those things generate income. They do those well. And we don't even give a fuck about what the other shit they can do. Floyd Mayweather can't read. The motherfucker can barely read, but he can box his ass off. So he's almost a billionaire. Hey, what's Ronaldo good at aside from soccer? Who gives a fuck? Not only do you not know, you do not give a fuck. And he's probably not good at everything. You know what I'm saying? He did have some kids out of wedlock or some shit, right? I don't know. Take that out the major video because I don't know if that's true. but it's like how you do everything. Anything's how you do everything is bullshit. And making your bed falls into that category. All right. Let's talk about visualization. I'm going to put that in the good category, right? I really do believe if you visualize your goals and you can really feel the feelings of having it and internalize that on a frequent basis, and you can keep it in your head, right? I believe that that's helpful but not because you're magic, right? You're not a fucking X-Men, right? The person, like if you read The Secret or something, say, oh man, all you gotta do is visualize and it'll just show up. You won't have to do no work or nothing. And they're trying to get you to believe that you're a fucking superhero or some shit, man. You're not a fucking X-Men. This ain't the Avengers. This is real life, man. You can't just sit around and visualize some shit and expect it to happen. But I do believe that if you visualize the person you want to be and the things you want to accomplish, and you keep it in your head, not just like a 15-minute visualization. I mean, like all the time. If you can just keep that front of mind, and every time you have doubt, and every time you run up and anytime you encounter, a trial or tribulation, anytime you encounter any obstacles on your path, having that vision can be like your North Star, so you don't get deterred and deviate from your path. And how that worked for me is, okay, and one of the reasons it works is it's a part of your brain called the reticular activating system. What? Oh, yeah, I have a video on this you could check out, but it's called the reticular activation system. And it's basically how it works is, it's like when you get a new car or one of your friends get a new car, you start seeing that car everywhere. You didn't attract it, dummy. You know what I'm saying? Like that car was there the whole time. You just didn't notice it, because what your reticular activation system does is it decides what your brain is going to notice, because there's way too much stimulation going on at once. There's different sounds, sights, colors, temperatures, textures. Too many things are going on simultaneously for you to pay attention to all of it. You would go crazy, right? So your reticular activation system decides what you will actually notice and pay attention to, just like that car. So when you start visualizing where you want to go and what you want to be and who you want to become, what happens is you'll start to see paths towards that. But you didn't create the paths. You're not magic. Those paths were already there, but you start to see different avenues and different ways to accomplish these goals, where it works in reverse too. If you see a motherfucker talking about how bad shit is or how awful shit is and always complaining, then their reticular activation system will show them the things in their environment that are in line with that belief system, right? You don't believe what you see what you believe. But there are things you could be grateful for right now. There are opportunities you have, but you got to be able to see them. You know what I'm saying? And there's things you can get pissed about, right? You can focus on some shit and cry. You can focus on right now. You can focus on fucking dead relatives, dead pets, and get sad enough to cry if you wanted to. Or you can focus on where you're trying to go, what you want to be, and why you want to do that. And I think that, and I know that you'll start moving in the right direction if you can keep that front of mind. You know what I'm saying? But the reason it's not higher than that is because of these fucking chicks who collect crystals and shit, man. They'll have you believing that you're a fucking X-Man and you just appear. It's not like, it's good, but it's not the thing. You still got to work hard. You know what I'm saying? All right. Now we're going to go with Adderall. Adderall's balling out of control. Now, I'm not telling you to do it. In fact, especially if you are a Google moderator, I'm telling these people not to do it. It has a lot of bad side effects. It's actually bad. You know what? I got to take it away from balling out of control. We'll put it on baller because of the side effects. The shit really works, though. The shit really works. However, there's just a lot of fucking side effects that are okay. One is addictive. It's an amphetamine. Okay, it's super addictive. So I remember there was a time in my life I was trying to go super hard, and I was taking Adderall in order to do this, prescribed from a doctor, right? It's medication. It was just medication. I wasn't abusing it, right? But I was addicted to it, and I decided I wanted to quit. And I was like depressed for like 2 to 4 weeks, but I knew that was going to happen. So I was able to handle it. And I feel like it was worth it because I made a whole lot of money. And I was depressed, but I had a bunch of money. And I knew that I wasn't really depressed. It was just a side effect of coming off the fucking amphetamines. So take that at your own risk. You know what I'm saying? let's go with meditation. Yo, I told Midjourney, I said, make me a picture, not Midjourney, or Dali, or one of those AI shits. I said, yo, make me a picture of a dog meditating. And this is what it came up with. I think they did a pretty good job. I'm going to put meditation on balling out of control. Right? I think, and it probably works better for me. I don't know that you'll get the same benefits I get from it, but the way meditation has helped me is it really helped me control my emotions. And that's super critical when you're dealing with business, because business can be volatile. It can be very emotional. You're going to have to take risk. You're going to have to think with your brain instead of your emotions. And the best way I found to control my emotions is through meditation. Well, one of the best ways. And I have a video all about meditation, right? I think I have a few. Yeah. So but there's a Harvard study that shows that if this is your brain, okay, there's a part of your brain called the amygdala, right? And this is where, your fight or flight response is made in your brain. This is where, a lot of emotions, anxieties, and things like that come from, right? Your amygdala. Then you also have the part of your brain called the neocortex. Neocortex is like, humans have one of the biggest neocortexes, and that's why we've been able to defeat the other animals on the food chain and rise above them and become their overlords. Even though we're not the fastest or the strongest animal, right? We can think better than them, and that comes from the neocortex. This is why we develop language. We are able to work together, build buildings, and make music, and all this other shit because of neocortex. Meditation has been shown in studies by Harvard University to actually grow the size of your neocortex and simultaneously shrink your amygdala. Like, actually shrink your amygdala, right? So now you're less reactive, less fight or flight, and you're thinking more logical. I can't think of anything better for someone who's an entrepreneur or just wants to be successful in life, right? Meditation has helped. That's balling out of control. That's the top tier. That's the top tier. What are these fucking icons? I should have used words, but I didn't. We are where we are. What about gratitude? A lot of people have like a gratitude practice. You know what I'm saying? And they'll think, man, I just want to like worship the trees and shit, or like pray to the moon. And I think that's fine. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. But I don't know if you need it to be successful. I don't know how much it helps. It's fine though. It's better than being negative, right? So maybe it's okay, right? If you're super negative, I think focusing on what you're grateful for is probably the best thing you can do at that point to start getting to the higher levels, start moving up. But you ain't gonna get rich fucking saying thank you to the universe and shit all the time, right? You know what I'm saying? But it's good. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. Caffeine. I told Dali, I said, yo, make me an image of a coffee cup exploding. That's what it came up with. It's not bad, man. All you graphic designers, you're gonna be out of work soon. All right, anyway. Caffeine. That's balling out of control. I love caffeine. I love it with my whole heart. It's my drug of choice. It's my favorite drug. I put caffeine over Adderall because less side effects. And man, I just love caffeine so much. I don't want to talk about it too. I don't want to talk about it too much, man, because I get too excited. But I take about close to 1,000 milligrams of caffeine every day. I love it. I'm not telling you to do that. That's not advice. And every time I say that, some fucking dipshit says, man, that caffeine is going to kill you. You're telling people to take that much caffeine, they'll kill themselves. No, dipshit. You need 10 grams of caffeine to die. That's the lethal dose. The lethal dose of caffeine is 10 grams. I'm only taking 10% of that, baby. I got way more runway if I want to start pushing the limits. I'm not even pushing it yet. You know what I'm saying? And You don't need to take as much as me. You got to remember, I've been taking caffeine every day for shit, man, 30 years. 30 years. Yeah. I'm 41. Probably started taking caffeine when I was like 15. So 25 years. About 26 years. And so I worked my way up to a fucking gram of caffeine a day. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you to start there, but there are studies that show that caffeine helps with endurance. It helps with physical performance. It also helps with cognitive ability. Caffeine is a nootropic, right? And it's badass, S tier, 100%. And there's also studies, yeah, this S tier. Caffeine is S tier, straight up, man. Fuck what you heard. All right, let's go cold showers. Cold, and we'll also put cold plunge, and we'll put yeah, it's a cold shower, man. You know what I'm saying? That's baller. That's baller. Cold showers, my preferred method is cryotherapy, right? But the reason it's so dope, there's a lot of good reasons for it, right? Studies show that people who take cold showers get sick less. But the best reason is because cold showers, cold plunge, cold exposure, cryotherapy, it actually boosts, it increases dopamine by 200%. I first heard about that from my favorite white science man, Andrew Huberman. You know what I'm saying? And then I went and researched it more, and I saw like, oh shit, man, it actually helps. It really helps boost dopamine. That's why cold baths, ice baths, or cold baths was, before there was, pharmaceutical medication, is how they used to treat depression. They used to treat depression with cold exposure. They didn't know why it worked. They just knew it worked. But now we know why it works, because it boosts dopamine, like for a short period of time, for 200%. And dopamine is responsible for drive. The more dopamine that's in your system, when you raise your baseline dopamine, you're going to have more drive and more motivation. And it's just a easy hack on the way to get more dopamine and more motivation and more energy as well. How that looks for me is I start every day off with a cold shower, 2 minutes, boom, cold shower for 2 minutes. And a few times a week, I'll go do cryotherapy for like 3 minutes, as cold as they can crank it up. Or, the other day it was kind of cold here in Miami. And I do a walk in the morning, and I saw people with jackets and shit, motherfuckers had coats. I'm out there walking with no shirt on, man, like Wim Hof, like a black Wim Hof. Nima came here with a jacket on now, man. You know what I'm saying? I was walking around like this all day. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get more of that cold, boost that dopamine on your bitch ass. All right. Oh, with shorts. Yeah, I'm saying with shorts. I used to think it was crazy. I used to see white people doing this shit. Something in New York, and I was like, man, they must be. I see a white man in shorts and a t-shirt in the snow. I used to see it all the time in New York, and I used to think, fuck, man, they must have a genetic predisposition. This must be that European heritage. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I mean, maybe, but I found it effective for me. You know what I'm saying? All right. Now we're going to go with journaling. A lot of people say you need to keep like a journal and journal. I hear that a lot. Yeah, that's bullshit. I ain't never kept no journal, man. Fucking kind of fruity shit is that, bro? Keep a fucking diary. It may help some people, man, but I ain't never did that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm a multi-millionaire. I'm not saying it won't help you, but I'm saying, yo, fuck all that dumb shit, man. When we're right, man, my feelings and shit. I feel like Big Meech, Larry Hoover. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to write that down. I know it. All right. Monk mode. So you see a lot in this video, man. Monk mode. Nima, you know what monk mode is?
Yeah, I think it's when you put all the phone and stuff away.
I think it's more than that, man. So like, from what I understand, monk mode. All right, I don't want to I want to give a good explanation for this shit. Hold on, take it off. What happens when I Google monk mode? I don't want to say anything wrong. All right, so according to Google's AI generating bullshit, monk mode is a form of deep solitude that involves strict rules and focus. The goal is to achieve inner peace, clarity, and productivity. Right. So this is like when you cut off, you stop hanging out with everyone. Right. You stop doing shit. You stop doing shit for fun. You leave social media. Stop playing video games. Stop watching porn. Stop doing all that other shit. And and you know, I wonder if they called it monk mode because that's what Buddha did. If you know the story of Buddha, he was a prince. Buddha was a prince before he was Buddha, and he wasn't like really feeling like being a prince and shit. I guess it wasn't giving him fulfillment. Being the ruler of a land, he didn't have the fulfillment, man. So what the homie do? He left his wife and his newborn child and went outside to solitude, man. Went the first motherfucker to go monk mode for like man long. Then he became enlightened, came back, kid grown and shit. He's like, yo, I'm back. What up? Yo, listen, I learned some shit out here, man. Check me out. And maybe that's why they call it. Monk mode, I'm gonna put it at okay. And the reason I think it's okay, I know more about it. I just wanted to give a good explanation. The reason I'm giving it is only okay is because yo, monk mode be sounding like my life. Right? Monks be like, don't play video games, don't stay away from social media, have mad solitude. It's like, yo, I think you want to find a version of that that's more sustainable. Because I've seen people, I'm not saying monk mode hasn't worked for people and they haven't been successful. You know, I know Iman Ghazi, he's a huge proponent of monk mode. He did that shit and made a bunch of cash, right? Dope. And then I know, what's the other motherfucker? He be talking about fucking crypto and oh, motherfucker, man. Hyros. White man. Alex Becker. I know Alex Becker be talking about monk mode when he speaks highly of it. Yeah, I saw it. and then yo, Buddha was the first deadbeat dad, yo. He was the first deadbeat dad. That's the key to alignment. Leave your family. And no, but I know that people speak highly of Momo. What I like to do, what I propose instead is to have a version of that that's sustainable, right? That you could actually do for a long period of time, that you can actually integrate into your life. So for me, what that looks like is, you know, I keep social media off my phone, right? So like if I need to post some shit that day, I'll like download Instagram on my phone and post, but I'll keep it on my iPad if I need to post more frequently. But you know, most of the time it's not on my phone at all. I keep my phone on D&D, and I have like mini monk modes throughout the day instead of like, you know, a prolonged period for months. It's like I'll do a fucking 10-hour monk mode in the middle of the day, right? Where I'm just at my desk working hard as fuck, not doing anything. And I can do that almost every day. You get what I'm saying? And that way I can still go out and interact with human beings. You know what I'm saying? When I'm done, you know what I'm saying? I can still do other shit. And I think it's, and yo, for mad long, I had my phone on gray screen. It's off now because I was with my son and that shit really confused him when we was taking pictures. So I turned it on and I'm gonna go see him tomorrow and shit. So it's still on color. But I keep my phone on gray screen, and I have many monk modes throughout the day. So my phone kind of always stays on D&D, or like it's in this way, no notifications ever. So it's like a mini monk mode throughout the day. That's why I think it's okay. But like you'll get burnt out of that monk mode for a long period of time. Nobody like sustains it. And it's not meant to be sustained. I get it, you know, like especially if you're all fucked up and you want to just go real hard. But have a period of monk mode each day, and then you can go back to regular life. You can still see your family, your friends, fuck your girlfriend, do all the other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like go to a basketball game. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of like what this book Deep Work is about. I think I've done a video on deep work. It's almost the way he describes it. It's almost like mini monk modes every day, like periodically, as opposed to I mean, I just don't think it's necessary to do like fucking months of monk mode. And I'm not saying it's not effective for people, you know what I'm saying? But for me, what I found effective is to do a little bit throughout the day, man. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Do it each day. Someone, my girl put this up. I'm assuming she wants me to answer. How do I go through monk mode? And some people may ask, how do you go through monk mode when you get on a bunch of caffeine? That makes it better, right? The caffeine makes the monk mode fun, right? Because now I'm going deep into a task, something I'm trying to accomplish, and the caffeine makes it more exciting. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm reading the shit out of that book. I'm reading that book like a boss. It makes it more fun. All right. We're going to get into what do these mean? I really should have put oh yeah, standing desk. Right. That's this one. Standing desk. This is good. This is good. So you got to get the kind that you can adjust. So like this one, I can make this one go up, or I can make it go back down. This is one of them. All my desks are standing desks. This goes down hella slow. All right, I thought this one used to go up and down. Okay, there it goes. And because sometimes you're working for long periods of time sitting down, and then if you stand up, it kind of like changes your physiology. And if you change, motion creates emotion, right? If you change your body, you'll change your emotions, right? And your hormones respond to your physiology. Like if you laugh and shit, you'll produce different hormones, dopamine. If you're all sad and mopey, your brain will produce different hormones, right? And then these hormones will affect how you feel and how you accomplish things. So standing desk, I don't stand all the time. I oscillate between standing and sitting, and that's why you have the standing desk. Super helpful. Let's take it up a notch. Treadmill desk. You know what I'm saying? The treadmill desk. I learned this from the homie Ty Lopez, and he was the first motherfucker I seen with this, and I bought one. I was like, all right, this is cool. So like while I'm doing tasks where I don't have to concentrate hard, I'll walk on the treadmill, and it gets the blood flow going. It makes the fucking boring task a little less boring, and you burn way more calories at the same time. You know what I'm saying? You burn way more calories throughout the day. So when I'm really trying to get ripped, you know, I'm getting like 20,000 plus. I'm getting like 20,000 plus steps each day, and I track it with my Oura Ring. You can also do the same with your Apple Watch, and it's like an easy way to burn fat. Instead of doing a bunch of crazy cardio, just do 20,000 steps each day. But a lot of people be like, oh, I don't have time for that. So you get to stand in desk with the treadmill. If you ain't got money for that, then you got to go outside. Everybody can afford outside. But this way I'm killing two birds in one stone. I'm getting ripped and making moves, getting money. All right. Yeah, no, I see it. I got that one. I'm running around there. Optimizing your diet. Eating a healthy diet. This is baller, right? You don't have to do keto like me, but I got this image because I searched fat man eating food, and that's what it came up with, man. And the thing is, when you optimize your diet, your brain will work better, especially if you have less inflammation, if you're less tired. You know, some foods affect your energy in different ways, and if you can optimize your diet, you'll be more focused, and you want to treat your body like a machine, right? So optimizing your diet goes in the ballers category. I have tons of videos on diet, some on keto, some not, you know, because I've been on YouTube for like 10 years and I've only been doing keto for like 7 of those years. So you can check out any of those videos, you know, or someone else's videos. I don't give a fuck. As long as you're eating a healthy diet, you're going to feel better. You're going to be more productive. 100%. All right. Let's go goal setting. Goal setting is good. You want to set goals. You want to set goals, but the way most people set goals, they do it like a bitch. I've done this example before. So if you've seen this before in any of my other videos, watch it again, dipshit. There's a reason you're still watching videos on how to fucking come up, because it ain't work yet. This time you're gonna watch it and do it. All right. So most people, let's say there's a bug in your house. Boom. There's a bug in this house, a big nasty bug. You know what I'm saying? And he's living in your house rent free. Moved his whole family in there. They in there having a good time, man. They chilling, kicking it, having sex with each other, making other bugs. And you like, ew, there's a bug. And then the goal would be to kill the bug. So what do? You swat this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You get a swatter, fly swatter, or maybe you try to step on it, or maybe you throw a chancleta at it. You know what I'm saying? And you might hit it, but you might not. And that's how most people set their goals, right? They think, what would I have to do to accomplish this goal? That's the wrong way to think about it. You want to think, what would I have to do? What would I have to do? What amount of action would I have to take to make failure impossible? So in this case, you probably bomb the building, right? Maybe bomb is too big of an example. Maybe you can just fumigate the building, but I don't know how to draw fumigation. So I'm going to draw a bomb. You know what I'm saying? You bomb the building, man. You know what I'm saying? Or fumigate the building. You definitely kill the bug. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you got to think. It's good to set the goals, but when you're planning the goals, you got to think, what amount of action would I have to take to make failure impossible? Right. So that's how you got to set the goals and make the plans. That's why it's only good because losers and ballers have the same goals a lot of the time, but it's the actions they take that dictates how successful they'll be at accomplishing that. All right. And then, but speaking of that, I had one. I don't know what this is. Okay, we're going to call this tracking, like tracking your progress or tracking your goals. So this is balling out of control. So I have videos on this. So once you decide, hey, what kind of actions would I have to take to make failure impossible? You write those down. Boom, you list them out, and then you start tracking if you're doing them every day. So I'm gonna pull up I have a video on this too, on habit tracker. I have it in Notion, right? Yeah. Let me pull it up for you, motherfuckers. I'll show them one of my old. So I'm gonna show you one of my old habit trackers. Where the fuck is it? Is this the one? I don't think this is the one.
So the one you showed is the copy.
You see it?
Maybe it's 2022. Is it an old one?
Oh yeah, it's from 2022. I'm tripping. I show them the old one. Yeah. All right. So this is one of my old. This is like from a year ago. My shit is way more complicated now. All right, but it's a habit tracker. So I just think, all right, these are the things I have to do every day to accomplish my goal, to hit my targets. You know what I'm saying? And this, work out every day. So I just track it. Boom. AM meditation, PM meditation. Track my macros. I want to get 7 hours of sleep every night. I track all my finances in Mint, right? Every dollar that comes in, every dollar that comes out. I do the flex pitch, right? Spanish. You can see where I've been fucking up. Yo hablar un poquito español. Then I got to study every day. That's why I'm smarter than you. And I work on content every day. And that's why, like I have a big social media following, and I track how much time I spend with my girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Minovia. You know what I'm saying? Minovia, culo de grande. Yeah. Culo Minovia, culo de grande para mí. para hombre fuertes. The fuck? Fucking. All right, sorry, man. Anyway, so but I'm tracking these metrics every day, and now it keeps me accountable. You know what I'm saying? And I showed you guys how to set up. On this another videos. You can check that out. The link will be in the description or something. But that's super valuable. This has been the most important thing to me, like tracking, just tracking the metrics. And even in here, there's more. Like I track every calorie I eat. Right. That's why I look like this at age 40, right? Because I actually track my macros every day. You know what I'm saying? I track how many hours I sleep every day. You get what I'm saying? So it's like way more complex than that. All right. Then let's go with reading. I said, yo, I told Dali, make me a dog reading a book. That's what it came with, man. Yo, reading is fucking, for me, this is fucking balling out of control. The reason is because, you know, anything you want to learn, man, somebody's done it before, and there's probably a book written about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, for example, I can read one of Ray Dalio's book, and he's condensed all his lessons that he's made into becoming, that made him a multi-billionaire. The best shit he put in a book, and I can get that knowledge without having to have the same experience. Because they say, you know, experience is the best teacher, but it doesn't have to be your experience. So I highly suggest you develop a strong reading habit and read things that are going to help you accomplish your goals. I have tons of book recommendations on this channel, and I have another video of my top 50 books where I did this tier list thing with it too, you know, so check that out. All right. This is taking longer than I want, so I'm gonna go quicker. The bike desk. No, we had the standing desk, we had the treadmill desk, the bike desk. This is some baller shit, man. Because okay, here's why. I can only do like shit when I'm walking that's very low. It's not cognitive demanding at all. It's like, you know, nothing I have to really concentrate on. But I can do shit I need to concentrate on a little more with the bike, because I'm sitting down, I'm stationary. I don't have to worry about falling off that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And I can just stop pedaling at any time. The treadmill, that shit doesn't stop, man. That shit doesn't stop. You stop walking, you're gonna bust your shit. But the desk, I can just stop walking. I can just stop pedaling. It has been super that's been super effective for me. So I have 2 desk bikes or dikes, and I keep a dike in each room. All right, I keep one in my main office, right, and I keep one on one of my balconies. So I just like working in different places sometimes. You know, it's been super helpful for me. Honestly, give it a shot. All right, waking up early. This is balling out of control. Balling out of control. I wake up every day. I wake up at 4:30, 5:30, or 6:30. And depending on when I want to get 7 hours of sleep. So sometimes I have to stay up later. I'm doing this fucking podcast twice a week. I'm doing this podcast twice a week. And I have to stay up a little later, or the NBA basketball season is about to start, and I have a genetic predisposition for really enjoying basketball. So, you know, I go to the Heat games, you know, hope, you know, then of course the Heat's gonna go to the playoffs. We went to the finals last year, so that's months. That's months of Heat games and shit. And then those nights I stay up a little later, and those will be the days I get up at like 6:30. But the majority of the time I'm waking up at 4:30. And the reason is you get so much more done when you get up early. Like if you just stay off your phone when you wake up, you're already in monk mode. You're already in that moment. So I get a few hours of monk mode every morning by just not getting on my phone. Just stay off your fucking phone, right? That's why there's no social media on my phone anyway, right? Stay off the fucking phone, and then just get to work as soon as I wake up. So as soon as I wake up, I just start working. You know, before my meditation, before my cold shower, before I do anything, I go straight to the desk, the dike, and I go straight to the dike and get to work. You know what I'm saying? That gets the blood flowing. And while I'm working, and I get a few hours of work and cardio the moment I wake up, and it's been super, super effective for me. You know what I'm saying? All right. Then but speaking of that, you still got to get your sleep. So like optimizing sleep, that's balling out of control. It's balling out of control. So here's some things I see. Okay, hold on, my fault. Let's do this. Getting enough sleep. That's baller. You got to get enough sleep, especially the older you get. When I was super young, I remember, man, I used to just, when I was in my like 20s, I was going so hard, especially like after my father killed himself, and I was working so hard, and I didn't sleep a whole lot, but I was young, and so I can handle it. I remember once, man, the homie white boy Brian, he texted me like 3 a.m. I guess he was just coming from the club. He just asked me a question, and I hit him right away. He's like, "Man, when do you sleep?" I was like, "Sunday." But I was just not sleeping very much. That's not fucking advice. But at the same time, there's a reason Adderall's here too. You know what I'm saying? It's not, I'm just telling you what happened, man. And but like, if you can get to sleep now, especially as you get older, I'm just way more productive, and I'm in better control of my emotions. And you know, your cortisol levels are lower when you sleep more. You have more dopamine. Your baseline dopamine is higher, and you burn fat more effectively. You build muscle more effectively. You make your testosterone when you sleep. Super important. But optimizing your sleep, that's balling out of control. So I can get away with 6-7 hours sleep every night, but I know I'm getting good sleep because I track it with my Oura ring. Right, I track it every night, and there's a few hacks I have to optimize it. One, I make the room as cold as my girlfriend can stand it. Like if she's only like, take it to the point, she's kind of a little mad about it, but she's not pissed. That's where I want it. That's like the sweet spot. You know what I'm saying? And when she was gone, she had left for a few days. She went to New York, and I had that shit fucking freezing, man. It was like the Arctic, you know, but she can only handle about 62. You know, she's don't Minovia es Dominicana. You know, she's tropical and shit, right? She got that tropical caliente blood, right? So she likes it a little hotter than me. You know what I'm saying? So 62 degrees is what she can stand. But I also got this thing called a chili pad. So it's like this contraption, this motherfucking gadget that you hook to your fucking bed, and there's like a mattress pad on top of it, and it runs cool. It runs cold water through this, so you feel like, you know, the other side of the pillow when you flip that bitch over, and it's like, ooh, the other side of the pillow's all cool. Yo, your whole body feels like that, but it's all night. That pillow gonna warm up from your body heat. The chili pad gonna stay the same. And it just feels great. I just noticed my HRV is better. The amount of deep sleep I'm getting better, right? It's better. So it's not about the hours, it's about the quality. I'm trying to get as little sleep as possible, but as much quality sleep. So if it's quality, you don't need as much, but you don't know that if you're not tracking. You know what I'm saying? That's part of it. Right. So you want to optimize your sleep. I think I have videos on that too, right? I got videos on everything. I am a wealth of information. All right. Drinking water. I'm gonna put that I would have put it good here, but I'm gonna put it at baller. I don't feel like going into it, but I drink like a gallon and a half of water a day. And a lot of people, I know you guys think that much water is gonna kill you. No, man. I did the calculation from watching the Andrew Huberman video. The white science man told me to drink that much water a day. And then, you know, I feel good. I feel better. Water, a lot of times when people are tired, they're really dehydrated. You know what I'm saying? They're really dehydrated. A lot of times when people have headaches, they're really dehydrated. You want to get as much. Watch that Huberman video on water, man. He explains it way better than me. He a white science man. I'm just a guy, you know what I'm saying, with a lot of money. Okay. And vision boards. Now, I want to put it here, but I can't because I had a vision board. And the shit that's on my vision board is in my life. I got to put it baller. Yeah, I got to put it at baller. So I've showed this before. Maybe my video editor will figure it out because I don't want to find it right now. But I had, when I was in New York, it was like 2017 or 2018. I told my video editor at the time, he was good at Photoshop. I gave him a picture of me. I said, hey, Johnny. His name is Fly with Johnny Todd. Check him out on YouTube. I'm like, yo, Johnny, this is what I need you to do. Take this image and make it so I'm holding the YouTube award for 1 million subscribers and the ClickFunnels award for making $10 million in a year. And I had him print it out. I had him print that out for me. And I put that on my desk every day. And now I got both of them awards. Right. So it's difficult for me to say the visualization is bullshit because that shit worked for me. You know, I used to masturbate to my girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Now she's my girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and so it's difficult for me to say that visualization is not baller when it, like, you know, the shit I visualize, I got. I mean, the vision boards are not, I got that shit. You know what I'm saying? All right. Affirmations. I'm put that in okay. I mean, I'm sure it's fine, but you're not just gonna talk yourself into this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what's really helps better than affirmations? Instead of saying you're that type of person, is doing the things that are congruent with being that type of person. So when you say that you're gonna the things you want, I want you to, I call this the list of great. And this is part of the next one, the list of hate and the list of great, right? So with the list of great, what you're going to do is you're going to think about a version of yourself that accomplished all the goals you want to accomplish. And think about what qualities that person has to have. What time does he wake up? When does he go to sleep? How does he eat? Does he follow his diet? Does he skip workouts? You know what I'm saying? Is he focus on his goals? Does he get distracted easily? Like all these things, as many as you can. And then really work on doing the things that are on that list. And what's going to happen, the reason that's better than affirmations is because once you start behaving like the person that you actually need to be to accomplish your goals, that's affirms to yourself that you can actually do these things. And then if you're doing what I'm telling you, what I told you before, if you're actually tracking the shit and you see every day, oh, I'm actually doing the shit that the version of me who hit his goals would be doing, right? Then you affirm to yourself that I can really have this shit. You start to believe it. But if you just talk it, if you just say it and you're not doing the shit, there's a part of you that's going to know it's bullshit and it won't work. So that's why I'm not a huge fan of just saying the shit. I'm a fan of embodying it. It's not fake it till you make it. It's you know what I'm saying? It's do it till you prove it. I made that up just now. That's a bar. Don't fake it till you make it. Do it till you prove it. You know what I'm saying? So when you start acting in accordance with what's on your list of great, you will really start to believe it. It really affirms to yourself that you are him. You are that guy, or you can be that guy. And if you're tracking it, then you'll have like a visual representation of the evidence. And that's super important to have a visual representation of the evidence, because it might be a long time before you actually see the fruits of those labors. You know what I'm saying? But if you just know that if you're tracking this shit every day and you see that you're moving around down the right path, then you'll know that you'll have the goal and you won't even have to trip about it. Right? That's one part, the list of great. But then there's the list of hate. You need that too. You need me a list of all the people. That's why this is fucking balling out of control. List of all the people who talk shit about you, who hated on you, who said you couldn't do it. And just imagine how happy they would be if you fucking failed. Right? So every time you fucking bullshitting instead of working on your goals, you should know that the haters are winning. And if you don't accomplish your goal, they wasn't hating on you. They were just making an accurate assessment of the situation. They were right. They should be commended for their prediction abilities, you know? And what this does is this rewires your brain. I have a video on it, but Sigmund Freud, he's the father of modern psychology. He said that everybody is moving towards pleasure. Every decision everyone makes is to move towards pleasure. That's a shitty heart. Let me do it again. Is moving towards pleasure or away from pain, perceived pleasure and perceived pain. So right now, you probably associate pain with working hard. You associate pain with not going on your phone. Associate pain with not smoking weed, with not partying and all the other shit. But what the list of hate does and the list of great does is over time, after repeated exposure to this, you should look at your list of hate and list of great every day. What's going to happen is you're going to change your associations with pain and pleasure. And now Slacking off will cause pain, right? Not working hard will cause pain. Like if I don't get as much as I'm supposed to get done each day, I'm fucking pissed, right? If I fuck around and slack off, I fucking hate myself a little bit because I've like wired my brain that way. And I actually love working hard. It's not discipline. You know, working on my goals is not discipline. Tracking my food every day is not discipline. It's like I want to do it because it's incongruent with my list of great. It's congruent with the attributes of becoming the man I need to become to accomplish my goals. So you rewire your brain, and then it's like it's not discipline at that point, because discipline means that you don't want to do it, but you do it anyway, which is fine. There's a time and place for that. But the real, the higher level is when you rewire your brain where it takes discipline to stop. You know what I'm saying? That's what you really want. You know what I'm saying? Like for me to eat another kind of food, it would take discipline to stop. You get what I'm saying? For me to not wake up early, that takes discipline. For me to take a day off, that takes discipline. Because I want to fucking go hard because I've rewired my brain. And the only way I know to do that is with the list of hate and list of great. Right? That's why that's balling out of control. Pomodoro method. You guys heard of this? Where you was like in work 25 minutes and then rest 5 minutes. That's bullshit, man. I don't like it. Me, some people like it. I fucking think it's stupid as fuck. You know what I'm saying? I just go hard until I can't no more. Then I take a cold shower, get back to work. All right. Breath work. This is good. Like the Wim Hof breathing, it's good. You feel better for a minute. There's studies that show that helps you with all type of shit. It's good. I don't get crazy excited about it. It's good. I do it every day. All right. The ketogenic diet. Listen, man. Listen. I'm not telling you what to do. I know like you fitness motherfuckers hate keto because all you gotta do is burn more calories you consume to burn fat. Yeah. I don't do keto to get ripped, dummy. I don't. I do keto because it helps me stay focused. You get what I'm saying? It's, for example, okay, so here's what happens. When you're eating the traditional Western diet, you're eating carbohydrates, and when those carbohydrates get converted into glucose, when your glucose levels go above 110, your pancreas secretes a hormone called insulin. Insulin's job is to lower your blood sugar, right? But what happens is it'll like lower as much as it can, right? It'll take it from all areas of your brain and everything. And this is why you get that food coma or why you get tired after you eat. I don't get that because I'm on keto. Because when you're on keto, you're not converting food into glucose, at least not as much. Some of the protein will be, but it won't be enough to spike insulin. And when I do keto, man, when I started doing keto, I unlocked a whole nother level of productivity. In fact, there's a video of Derek from More Plates, More Dates. I know sometimes you guys don't believe shit until you hear a white man say it. So the homie More Plates, More Dates, he talked about how the mental and cognitive, he talked about how the cognitive focus he gets for when he does keto is, he said it was unmatched. And he thought about doing it just for work purposes, you know, and that's why I do it. You get what I'm saying? And it's and I told you that's the reason why it happens. I'm not saying you have to do it. You don't have to do any of this shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just telling, this is my list, right? If you don't want to do keto, that's totally cool. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to do keto to lose fat. I mean, I was in shape before keto. That's not why I do it. You still got to burn more calories you consume. Like there's no getting around that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I still track my macros every day, and I track how many calories I burn, and I put the shit in the spreadsheet and get, you know, I don't fuck around with that shit. Intermittent fasting for productivity, not for fat loss, for productivity. This is baller. So before I did keto, I did intermittent fasting for like 5 years, and I did the 16-hour fast. And during that fast, I was so productive. One, because you don't have to take time to eat, but also food slows you down, man. Especially carbohydrates slows you down. So I was eating carbs then. And then, when I broke that fast, it was like, all right, it's over now. Like I felt like the limitless pill wore off. You know what I'm saying? But when I started doing keto, I had that feeling throughout the day, all day, every day. And I just feel way better. You know what I'm saying? Also, one more fact, keto helped the studies that show in mice, keto dramatically boosts their immune system. I don't think it's a coincidence that I have not been sick in going on 7 years. It's like 6 years now, but it'll be 7 soon. And going on 7 years, I did keto. Well, I'm going on 7 years where I have not been sick. And when my girl had C19, I was eating off her plate, kissing her in the mouth, having unprotected sex with her, man. I wasn't taking no precautions because I was like, man, I can't get sick. I didn't even test positive. The only time I tested positive, I had no symptoms, was like after all that shit, my son sneezed in my mouth when he had it. He didn't do it on purpose. I just made him laugh too hard, and I was laughing at him. Then he sneezed in my mouth. I didn't get sick at all, but his mom tested him and said he got fucking. That's why he was sneezing. He had C19, and I tested myself, and I was positive, but I had zero symptoms. I wouldn't even know. That's that immune system, baby. I don't think it's a coincidence. Now, we don't have human studies. It's only in mice. So take that for what it's worth. Maybe I'm just an outlier. Listening to podcasts, good. Nah, I'll put it at okay. Nah, I'll put it at good. It's good. Watching YouTube videos, self-improvement is good. It's like, because if you don't like put it into action, you can just watch Netflix, you know. Practicing your skills. I'm gonna put this at ball and out of control. Let me bring up the skill acquisition matrix. So if you're going to practice something, you want to get good at something, you got to practice, right? You know what? I don't feel like getting into it. I don't have the time. Do I have time? I don't have time. Yeah. So my editors will put it up there, man. But it's like I have videos on this, the skill acquisition matrix. The more time you want to track how, if you're trying to get good at any skill, you want to track the hours you're putting into it. And there's a certain amount of hours that are like benchmarks. So 100 hours, you're usually not bad. You're not great, but you're not bad. 1,000 hours, oh, this motherfucker is good. Like you're badass at that shit. Better than almost everybody. 10,000 hours, that's what Malcolm Gladwell said, that you're like one of the best in the world, like world class. And 20,000 hours, you're one of the best of all time. And if you check out that skill acquisition matrix, you can see how much you need to practice each day. And I suggest you track it. Using your Google Calendar to plan your life. This is balling out of control. I don't know how you motherfuckers get shit done without your Google Calendar. You know what I'm saying? But every hour of every day is planned. You know what I'm saying? For me. And I'm so much more productive. I'm so much more productive because I work out on my calendar. Like I actually plan my days, plan my weeks well into advance. And without that, I'd be nothing. And you got to do, and I do a Google Calendar. I have videos on how to do that. It's super important. All right. Joining a mastermind group. This can be baller. It can be super baller because you'll meet people and you'll make connections. You'll network with people who are doing their thing. And you'll be able to help each other a lot. Like some of the best things I got from masterminds was the other people who were in it, more so than the content that was given in the mastermind some of the times, you know. So that's why, you know, I speak at some of my boys' masterminds because I want to meet the people. And I've done deals with a lot of these people. I've made money with them too. It's super dope. Online courses, these are good. They're like the online courses are baller. They're better than YouTube and podcasts because it's curated. It's curated information. Whereas YouTube and podcasts, you got to kind of search around, and a lot of that shit, they're saying shit or doing or posting shit that will get the views. But like once you get the course, they can give you the information without having to worry about getting the views because they already got your money. Now that I got your money, I can just give you the shit. I don't have to trick the fucking algorithm to get my shit to the top. You get what I'm saying? Like if I just wanted to get to the top of the algorithm, I just make a bunch of Andrew Tate videos. You know what I'm saying? That's all you got to do. Just put his name, or just put some of these motherfuckers are just putting them in the thumbnail. You see that shit? You know what I'm saying? Because they're trying to trick their algorithm. But once they already got your money, they can just give you the shit. You know what I'm saying? Without having to. Because on social media, the algorithm is who they're working for. With the course, and all right, now they got to give you the shit. So I'm gonna put it above that. Modafinil. It's fucking balling out of control, man. It's not as powerful as Adderall, but it's less side effects. And you got to get from a doctor. You got to get prescribed. But modafinil is like it's really anti-narcolepsy medication. So okay, there's two ways to make a car go forward, right? You can put your foot on the fucking gas pedal. That's Adderall. It's an amphetamine. You can also, if you want the car go forward, you can take your foot off of the brake. That'll make the car go forward too. Not as much, but make the car go forward. That's modafinil. Modafinil blocks the receptors in your brain that make you tired because it's an anti-narcolepsy medication. You'll definitely notice something. You'll notice something. But you got to get it from a doctor. You got to be prescribed. All right. And then working out daily. This is super good. It's good, but I know people don't work out who are rich. That's why I can't put it above there. Like a lot of people will try to tell you, man, if you don't work out, how you do everything, how you do everything. I know some fat motherfuckers who are fucking rich, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's good though. It's better. Like if you're gonna do it. Tracking your macros every day. This is good. But again, I know people who don't do none of that shit and they're super successful. If this was a fitness hierarchy, I'd put it here. But because it's productivity and self-improvement, I'm just gonna put it here. Tracking your mood. I have videos on tracking your mood. So I use the app where I track my mood every hour. This is probably one of the first things that I did that was a real game changer. It was like the first thing that really changed the game. You know what? Matter of fact, I'm gonna talk about that later. You know what I'm saying? Editors, leave that out. Leave that part out. Playing video games while doing cardio. This is balling out of control. You're trying to get ripped. Here's what you do. Either get yourself an iPad or a Nintendo Switch. Or I even got this thing. I got this Android thing. It's called a Razer. It's I forget who makes it. It's called the Razer. Might be LG or Motorola, but it's a gaming tablet with fucking joysticks to play Android games. But whatever, fuck that shit. What you really want is a fucking Nintendo Switch that we can play the Smash Bros, Splatoon. You know what I'm saying? They even got Mortal Kombat on that shit, you know, and do cardio. So I'll get on the exercise bike and I'm playing Smash Bros. And it makes the cardio fun because I hate cardio. Fucking can't stand it. But if I'm playing the Smash Bros, that shit makes it super fun. And I end up, sometimes I'll do cardio longer than I expected. Right. So when I'm cutting, this is a cheat code. So this is like, I try to make sure I only play Smash Bros or I'll play Call of Duty Mobile. I'll play Call of Duty Mobile on my iPad and I'm fucking people up. I'm dropping nukes on the fucking haters and burning fat. That's a cheat code life. All right. Dressing for success is okay. Right. It's okay. It's okay. Here's how I'll help you. If you work from home, get dressed before you work. This was something that I didn't know. I was working from home when I first started my business, and I would try to work with whatever I slept in. So that could be like just fucking underwear, one sock. You know what I'm saying? Underwear, one sock, and a G-Shock. Right. And like, and I just feel like I just couldn't get in the zone. And then I don't remember why, but one day I woke up, showered, shaved, boom, and then put on I didn't put on nothing fancy. I just put on like workout clothes and shoes. Then I went to work and I got so much more done. And now every time I work, I get dressed first. You know what? I got to move it up. I got to move it up to good. Like the way you dress can affect you. So like when I'm really doing something important, I'll put a suit on, man, and I feel different. And I really noticed that when I work for the Prada store, you know, I got to move it up to baller. Now, the more I talk about it, you know, when I was a security guard at the Prada store, these motherfuckers gave me a Prada suit and they tailored it for me. And it was a real Prada suit. Right. I'm like, oh shit. And I felt like the man walking around Manhattan with the Prada suit on. And then people would like treat me different. It's weird. Like people are holding doors open for me, man, smiling at me. Oh, I remember a kid bumped into me, said, "Excuse me, sir. I'm sorry, sir." You know, the motherfuckers calling me sir and shit. And I'm like 25. And I just noticed you get treated different, right? But you also feel different too, right? If you look good, you feel good, man. You know? So I gotta put dressing for success, man. There's something about a suit You know what I'm saying? There's something about it that you do. Or even now, like fucking my girlfriend is typing. Men in suits are equivalent to women in lingerie. That's something my girlfriend is saying, man. I'm gonna put on a suit after this. I'm gonna put on a tuxedo, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna look the fucking Monopoly man in a minute. You know what I'm saying? I'm walking the bedroom dressed like the Monopoly man. And I gotta wear more suits. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Girls like guys in suits. That's a fact. That's a fact. So, all right. So we're gonna pull it up to balling out of control. But even when I first when me and Shorty was just friends, and we would hang out, we would do shit, we were just friends. She'd be like, Brandon, you wear all your jewelry all the time. You wear your fucking diamond chain, fucking Cartier bracelets, Rolex. You're not even going nowhere. You're not even doing nothing crazy. I'm like, yo, it's for me. It's like I'm flexing on myself. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's better than an affirmation, because what a fucking baller ass motherfucker, what does he wear? Diamonds, Rollies, Gucci. You know what I'm saying? So I'm wearing that shit. Even like now, like this is Lululemon, this expensive shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when it don't look like I'm flexing on myself. I know it's fucking baller shit. And you start doing baller shit, you start feeling like a baller. You're gonna start taking baller actions because it's congruent. The congruency. And then tracking your mood. This has been one of the biggest game changers I've ever experienced in my life. It helped me get out of depression. It helped cure my bipolar, not cure, but make my bipolar. I have bipolar too. It's made it way more manageable. And it's really taken my life and productivity to a whole other level. And everyone I've taught it to who implemented this said the same thing. It changed their lives. It helped them become more productive. It improved their relationships and made more money. I have a video all about it. You should check that out right now. Woo! Yo, when you do the thumbnail for this one, man, put the tier list in. Look at tier list videos and make sure you put the tier list on the thumbnail so they know what's up. You know what I'm talking about? All right. We got some super chats.
We have William.
Big Willie style.
How much were you taking a day on the Adderall?
Listen, I am not here to get what my doctor told me to. Y'all not gonna get me demonetized.
We got Rage.
Mm-hmm.
Hey BBC, how long someone should rest between sets at the gym?
It depends on what your goal is. Like if you're trying, if the longer rest, the more you'll be able to lift, right? But there's a point of diminishing returns. I think it depends on what I'm doing. So I'll tell you what I do, but it also depends on your cardiovascular conditioning, right? You might be able to recover better than me or worse than me. So if I'm doing like squats, leg press, I'll take 2 minutes, maybe even 3 minutes between sets, because that's very hard on your central nervous system, using a bunch of different, it's a huge compound movement. And, I might need a little bit more time to recover so I can lift an adequate amount the next time. On pretty much every other compound movement that's not legs, if it's upper body compound movements, I'll take 90 seconds rest. And then isolation movements, 30 minutes or 1 minute at the most, but typically 30 seconds. 30 seconds. I'm gonna say 30 seconds. And so a lot of times I wear my Apple Watch when I'm working out, and I just hit the button. You can like change the complications. I keep a fucking, sometimes I don't really be working out with the Richard Millet, but I'll work out with the Apple Watch because it's cool. And then I'll hit. It has a complication with a bunch of different timers, and I have a 2 minute one, a 90 second one, a 30-second one, and a 1 minute one. And I can kind of just tell based off the exercise. But isolation movements, 1 minute, maybe 30 seconds, depending. Upper body compound movements is 90 seconds. Lower body compound movements is 1 minute. 2 minutes, maybe 3.
We have LOL 305.
All right.
Could you speak on what yearly income threshold where you can just begin to feel the baller lifestyle become realistic?
All right. It's not income threshold. There's different metrics to becoming a baller. So I go over that in the baller in the Baller Mindset course, which is 100% free. And I explained it early in the course. So if you just want that answer, you can go check it out. But it's based off, you really need to it depends on your expenses. So you need to be making twice as much of your expenses and have a credit score over 700, because credit is it can be a form of income. And I explain that in the course. If you meet those criteria, then you're balling.
We have BFF boot camp just for $5.
All right, I'm with it.
Super good content today, BBC. What would be the steps to grow social platforms? How to get people to know you?
So it's less complicated, at least when you're first starting out. It gets more complicated after you start getting hundreds and thousands of followers. Then then you can start worrying about the hacks. But if you're just trying to get your first 100,000 followers on a platform, all you got to do is post dope shit every day. It's been the same thing, man. Just post dope shit that people like. And you got to think, why should people follow you? Like, why should people follow you? Like, what's in it for them? And you need to be able to really answer that question. And once you have the answer to that question, post shit that person is going to fuck with consistently. Post dope shit frequently. When I say frequently, every day, multiple times a day if you can. You know what I'm saying? And the only cheat code right now is on YouTube is YouTube Shorts. Just posting as many YouTube Shorts as you can per day. We're keeping the quality up. On Instagram, posting Reels. It don't really make sense to post anything but Reels right now. And then TikTok is just TikTok. Same shit. And you can post that same video can go on all three platforms. You know what I'm saying? That's the closest thing to a hack that's happening right now for someone just getting started. Like I teach my students how to build their online fitness business, and a big part of that is growing their following. Probably the biggest thing, man, was just posting content every day. I got one student named Corey Armstrong, and he grew his YouTube following this year from 0 to over 150,000. And all he just did what I said. I said, yo, post YouTube Shorts 2 or 3 a day, every day. And we have we go into more, I don't have time to go into the logistics of how to do that, but he started doing that shit. And it's only been in 8 months, he grew his following from 0 to 150,000. But they were good reels. They were like good, you know what I'm saying? Because he copied off of me. But I told him, hey man, just copy off of me. Just do what I'm doing, man. On that side, don't do everything I'm doing because we're playing different games. But YouTube Shorts, do what I'm doing, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he did that shit, and now he's just really growing. He made $50,000 the last 3 months in a row. He's doing really well for himself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right. There's more super chats. They just got more coming in. Okay.
Yeah, we do. We have Gymnasium Apostle.
Okay.
Better late than never.
Mm-hmm.
What up, BBC?
What up, man? You know what it is.
And then we have Myron's cousin, Abdul. When you want to have my cuz back on, G?
I gotta holler at him, man. I love the homies, man. Fresh and Fit. That's the home team, man. I gotta hit them up. They got a lot going on right now. They just built a new studio, and they fucking around with that kid Neon and shit, doing shit with him. And that's cool. Anyway, man, this has been another episode of that Victory Talk. I'm your gracious, humble host, King Keto, Big Brandon Carter, Gymnasium Jesus, Jesus de Gimnasio, El Jefe de Ejercicio, para Abdominales. And make sure y'all join the free Discord. You know what I'm saying? Find some like-minded ballers and shot callers. And then, and also I got free courses in there. And we're going to be adding even more pretty soon. We're working on it, man. All right. Holla at y'all. Peace.